it's time to put some others in the spotlight for a change. Today's theme is Pokemon, and we'll get to Pokemon YouTubers, or PokeTubers, later on in the video, but first, let's talk about some awesome fans within the Pokemon community. Firstly, let's talk about Lisa Courtney. I've mentioned her in this other video before, but to reiterate, she has the world's largest collection of Pokemon merchandise. She's undoubtedly caught them all. And her collection and dedication is ever growing. Next, let's look at some Pokemon Masters. As of 2015, Jacob von Wagner is the Pokemon trading card game champion. Using a mostly water-based deck, he washed away the competition and won this adorable trophy. I mean, my goodness, these trophies are adorable. As for the video game champion, that award goes to Shoma Honami and this team of Pokemon, a very competitive team indeed. And now I'd like to use this time to just give a huge thank you to everyone who spends their time working on Bulbapedia, every staff member and all of those who help them. It provides an excellent source for research and basically all of the Pokemon information you'll ever need. Thanks guys. And now I'd just like to showcase, in a little musical bit, a bunch of amazing fan art, all while listening to this beautiful music by Pokemon Reorchestrated. Now, you can't mention the greatness of Pokemon fandom without mentioning RomHacks. Though I am going to be brief here, I'm saving most of these for a later video all about RomHacks, but let me tell you, Pokemon ROM hackers have come up with some pretty amazing stuff, so I'll just mention my favorites. The first being Pokemon Fusion Generation. Imagine a Pokemon game where Bill invents a machine that allows you to fuse Pokemon, much like that humorous web app. Only now it's real, and it adds a whole new level of strategic depth, as well as moral depth. The story often has you questioning the ethics of doing such a thing. And lastly for now is Pokemon Reborn. Placed in the middle of a Pokemon catastrophe, Pokemon are going extinct and terrorists aren't helping make things any easier. It's your job to capture the endangered Pokemon and find out what's behind everything. The story is awesome, and the creators are still updating the game, making sure they add every Pokemon to date. And before we get into Pokemon YouTubers, let me mention the sponsor to this video series, GamesGrabber. GamesGrabber is a cool website to help you manage your collections of games. From games you own, to games you want, games that you think fit a certain genre that you want to show off to someone, anything really. Plus, it saves links to all of them for you to buy later. And they recently introduced the Kudos system, where you can earn points by basically just using the site, building and sharing collections, and viewing others. With enough points, you can have your collections featured like mine are on here, and you can even use the points to earn prizes. There's a link in the description for you to check it out, and maybe give me a follow on there. And now it's time to ship you overseas to Noggin's very own PokeTuber himself to talk about the others. Birdkeeper Toby, I pass this to you.
Hey, thanks Lockston. This is something I feel quite passionately about because I love Pokemon on YouTube. Hey, it's what I do. And there are so many talented Pokemon related YouTubers out there that I've just got to shout them out, but I'm keeping this list to people who have under 20,000 subscribers. These are the Pokemon trainers and masters that really need your help leveling up. The links to all of them will be in the description. Let's get started. So, chances are if you're watching this video, you are a fan of gaming theories, and boy, are you in luck. I am a Pokemon theorist myself, that's what I do on my channel, but good Pokemon theories are hard to come up with on your own. Chances are you're probably only getting 1 or 2 in your subscription feed every month from me alone if you're subscribed to me. However, there are a whole community of great Pokemon theorists out there coming up with interesting thoughts and discussions, and doing it in a very good video quality. So first up, it's Ovi Curiosities, whose curiosity has led us to find out that Looker was in Pokemon Red and Blue, and that the C Marvel project was a Pokemon slaughterhouse. He has just so many great Pokemon theories, and he's only the tip of the iceberg. You've got Pokemon Insider, who points out the relationships between Aron and Shieldon and various other Pokemon trainers. You've got Mystic Umbreon or Raizo. Both of these guys come out with regular Pokemon theories, and there's some great up-and-comers who have only just reached the 1,000 subscriber milestone, being Exelion and The Alchemist. These guys work so hard on their videos doing the research. And between myself and these guys, you're guaranteed a new Pokemon theory once or twice a week. Holy shinks! Is that an Elsa costume? The Supreme Arcanine is a shiny hunter who will really go that extra mile to try and entertain you while he's collecting rare Pokemon. And speaking of collecting, you've got the Pokemon Evolutionaries, who are Pokemon card collectors. Both of these collectors will turn hunting for your favorite Pokemon and the rarest Pokemon into a really fun deal, and they are both worth checking out. Of course, if it's fun you're after, then you're gonna want to check out Daniel in so many words.
This is Daniel in so many words.
This guy is a little bit off the path of the Pokemon YouTubing scene and more of a vlogger. But trust me, there is so much Pokemon here you're gonna wanna see. Also got some great editing skills and hair as blue as a Squirtle. It's always good to shout out channels like these that deserve the recognition. And speaking of shout outs, last time we managed to show off Hoops and Hip Hop, who, thanks to you, went from 500 subscribers to over 1,000. He was being showcased for his awesome Pokemon remixes, but he's not the only one doing remixes of Pokemon on YouTube. There's also a cloud called Klaus, so why don't you listen to some of his tunes while watching some of the amazing GFX from Chespin Jr. Those channels are open to commissions, so if you're looking to start a channel of your own or need some Pokemon related GFX or music, they're your guys. But of course, like the last two times, it's time to give a big shout out to someone who really needs help leveling up their channel. A channel with under 1,000 subscribers, and I'm sorry for bending the rules a little bit. I have two for you. One is an existing channel with back history, and one is a channel just starting. So we'll start with the first. David G. Burns, who makes some incredible Pokemon animation. If you need a tour around any of the towns of the Pokemon world, he's your guy. He animates his adventures through all the best areas of the games, and like the last few YouTubers, is open to commissions also. It's how I got this awesome end screen. He has around about 700 subscribers and is definitely worth checking out if you're looking for a fresh face. However, if you want a more Pokemon information type channel just like Gnoggin, then check out Bolt Legends. Bolt Legends only recently opened his channel and is currently sitting at around 20 subscribers, and his editing skills are amazing. Absolutely, if you're not going to subscribe to anyone else, check out Bolt Legends. He's only just really about to launch his channel with weekly uploads, but he's already impressed me with his first video. So far, his style seems to display informational and hilarious content. I can't wait to see where he goes, and I think you should join him for his Pokemon YouTube journey. Links to all of these Pokemon YouTube channels can be found, of course, in the description below, and Noggin is, stay awesome.